Namaste and welcome to your cozy autumn yoga practice. This class will be a gentle, slow flow, and we will end with a few yin yoga postures. Before we begin, if you could like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would be so thankful. You can go ahead and set up your space. You will need 2 blocks, and if you have a bolster, you could definitely use that too. We will begin in a child's pose when you are ready. You can go ahead and bring the big toes to touch and let the knees open as wide as is comfortable. Melting your heart space towards the mat. Rest the forehead down and just settle into the physical body. Allow yourself to relax and observe where you can soften in the body. Notice your breath. See if you can pause at the top of your inhale and pause at the end of your exhale. Autumn is sort of like these little pauses. It's a point of our lives that we can pause and look around at the beauty around us. We get to take a pause from the busyness of summer and begin to prepare for the cool and chilly months of winter. In this practice, I invite you to indulge in these pauses, observe them, and feel them. Go ahead and take one last breath here. You can start to slowly lift yourself up, bringing your shoulders on top of your hips. If this isn't comfortable for your feet, you can go ahead and sit cross-legged. Otherwise, if you'd like an extra little toe stretch, you can tuck the toes and sit back onto the heels. Finding a nice tall spine, take a full inhale and open the arms out wide, opening across the chest. And then releasing the right hand to the mat, sweep the left arm up to the sky. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Inhale, open the arms out wide, stack the shoulders on top of hips. And exhale, left hand drops down, the right arm reaches overhead. Find your breath. And gently squeezing the belly, lift yourself up, open the arms, inhale. And exhale, give yourself a hug with the right arm on top of the left. Breathe and open the shoulder blades apart, open the arms. And exhale, bring the hands into a fist behind the back body. Gently pushing the hands down to the ground. Inhale, open wide. And exhale, left arm on top of the right. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Good. Gently release your arms and make your way into a tabletop position. Bringing the toes to the bottom of your mat, begin to walk your hands forward and melt the heart towards the ground for puppy pose. Maybe the forehead or the chin comes to the mat. Press down firmly with the left hand and weave the right arm underneath the chest. Settling onto the right shoulder, keep the hips lifted. Pressing down to the left palm, lift yourself back up and switch sides. Left arm comes under the chest. Press down through the right hand and start to slowly lift yourself back up. And then come back through center and melt yourself into puppy pose once more. Bring the gaze forward and pull yourself to tabletop, then tuck the toes and lift yourself into a downward facing dog. Take a full breath here. Good. Now bring a deep bend into the left knee and reach the right heel down towards the mat. Try to keep the shoulders a little bit squared, or you can really lift up with the right hip. Good. Bring both heels towards the mat and then step the right foot forward between the hands. Drop the left knee down and untuck the toes for a low lunge. If you would like, you can bring blocks around the front foot and ground down through the palms. Opening the heart, lift the gaze. Half splits pose. Start to tuck the back toes, send the hips backward towards the left heel. You can use the blocks underneath the hands to keep the chest lifted. Warrior 3. Slide the right heel closer towards you and step the foot down. Walk the hands forward and lift up through the back knee and the toes, bringing the back leg parallel to your mat. Now you can let the arms rest on the blocks, or if you'd like, you can bring your hands to heart center. Finding strength, breathe in. Then slowly rise up, step the left foot beside the right. Inhale nice and tall. Sweep your arms up high overhead. Take an exhale and hinge over to the left, getting a side stretch into the right side body. With the next inhale, rise back up nice and tall and sink into your chair pose. Squeeze the thighs together, draw hands to heart. Take an inhale. And exhale, twist to the right, hooking the left elbow outside the right knee. Optionally, you can bring the left hand to the leg instead of the elbow. Stay here or ground down through the right foot and pick up the left toes. Then send the foot back behind you for your prayer twisted lunge. Full breath in, then release the knee down. Come out of your twist, reach your arms up high, Anjaneyasana. Sink into the hips. Good. One more full inhale. And exhale, release the hands to the mat. Come into your lizard lunge. Heel toe the right foot to the edge of your mat. Send the left leg long and have both hands under the shoulders inside of the right foot. We'll be here for a moment, so feel free to support the body with blocks under the hands, or make this however you would like to take this pose. Maybe you'd like to come onto your forearms or open the right knee. You can also come into a diagonal quad stretch, picking up the back heel with the right hand. And gently start to lift yourself up, bringing the back toes tucked, lift the knee, and step the right foot back into your downward facing dog. Take a full breath. And then bring a deep bend into just the right knee and reach the left heel to the ground. Straighten the right leg and then bring the left foot forward in between the hands. Drop the knee down and come into your low lunge. Use the blocks framing around the front foot. Half splits pose. Tuck the back toes. Begin to walk the hips backwards, using the blocks with you if you would like. Prepare for warrior three. Walk the hands forward and slide the left foot back. Pick up the back heel, point the toes, and square off the hips. Stay grounded for balance, or you can float the hands, maybe bringing them to heart center. Slowly rising up, step the foot down and rise up nice and tall, arms overhead. Hinge over to the right, breathing into the left side body. Inhale to come up through center. Exhale, sink into your chair, hands come to heart. Breathe in. Twist to the left, right elbow around the right knee. Sorry, the left knee. Stay here, or if you'd like to find the balance, bring the gaze back to the mat and point the right toes, bending at the knee. Then step the right foot all the way back behind you for your twisted lunge. Keep the back knee lifted for a full inhale and release it down. Slowly rise up into your high crescent lunge. Reaching your arms, look up, sink into the hips. Breathe in. And breathe out, release the hands down, framing them around the front foot. Then walk the left foot outside to the left edge of your mat. Untuck the back toes, making sure that the right leg is nice and long behind you. Sink into whichever lizard pose or variation you would like here. Begin to make your way out of lizard pose, bringing both hands to the mat. Take your time, pausing in between. Lift the right knee and step the left foot slowly back to your downward facing dog. Take a full inhale, pausing in this stillness. Drop the knees to the mat and take a child's pose, especially a closed-legged child's pose, round through the spine. Full breath. And slowly lifting yourself up. We'll come into a seat with the legs extended out in front of us. Pull the toes towards the face and press your palms down by your sides. If you need to, using blocks, open the heart, root down, grow tall. Breathe in, reach your fingers up high. Breathe out, hinge forward, grabbing onto your feet, maybe the ankles. And slowly we'll turn this into a yin posture. Begin to relax the toes. Let the spine round heavy. And if you're having any discomfort in the back body or in the hamstrings, try placing a block underneath the knees. Otherwise, flipping the palms up so that you can soften and let go of any of the ego's hold. Allow yourself to find stillness and surrender. And ever so gently begin to lift yourself back up, walking your hands along your sides, place them behind your hips and lean back. The rebound of the yin posture where everything settles back into place and sensations pass. Step your feet down and gently give your legs a hug, just rounding through the back body a little bit here. And when you're ready, we will take our next posture, which will be a side bend stretch. So I recommend using either blocks. A foam block will be the most comfortable. Or if you don't have the blocks and you have a bolster will be great. Place whichever block you use underneath the center of the rib cage, making sure that you're fully supported. And you can help make this pose more comfortable using your legs. So, to bend your knees, you'll be giving yourself more of a stable foundation. Personally, I like to bend the bottom knee and extend the left leg. Optionally, you can reach your arms overhead. Just find your breath. Make sure you can get comfortable here. Take your last breath here. And you can slowly press the left hand by the right shoulder and lift yourself up, turning to face the bottom of your mat. Just take a breath here. And we'll simply take this to the other side, turning to face the other edge of your mat, allowing the largest part of your rib cage to drape over your prop, allowing yourself to get comfortable with the bottom legs, and maybe reaching the right arm overhead to deepen the stretch. Focus on full belly breathing. Take your last breath here. And ever so slowly begin to lift yourself back up, bringing the right hand by your chest. Push the blocks aside and make your way onto your back body, letting the body adjust to this new position, relaxing through the upper body, the hips, and the muscles in the legs. We'll take one more posture here, just bringing a block towards the right edge of your mat. Step the right foot down and then open the knee like a book to the right side for supine tree. Use the block underneath the right knee if there's any pinching. Otherwise, you can let the leg fall to earth. If you'd like deeper sensation, cross the right ankle on top of the left leg, but I recommend using a block under the leg here just to avoid any bone on bone or any pinching and discomfort. Take a few breaths here. You can use your right hand here to slowly lift the right knee back up and step the foot down to the mat and extend it long beside the left. Bring the block over to the left side of your mat and prepare for supine tree on the left side, supporting yourself with the block, or maybe floating the left ankle on top of the right thigh. Feel grounded through the hips, the shoulder blades, and the back of your head. Take your last breath here. You can slowly step the left leg down beside the right. You can take your final Shavasana here, or if you'd like more support on the low back, you can take constructive rest pose. Soles of the feet to the edges of your mat and your knees fall in towards each other. Allow yourself to feel supported as you rest here for a few more moments. Feel free to linger in your Shavasana for as much more time as you would like. If you are ready to end your practice, you can gently roll onto your right side body and lift yourself up into a comfortable seat. We'll take one last breath together. Inhale and sweep your arms up high overhead. Exhale, palms together, draw hands to heart center. The light in me sees, acknowledges, and honors the light in you and knows that they are the same. Namaste. I thank you so much for joining me for another video. If you haven't already subscribed, I would be so thankful, as well as if you gave this video a like or shared it with someone you might think enjoy it. I will see you in the next video. Namaste.